What's your next step? Not next 5 years plan, not your life goals, just your next step. Contest chair, Toastmasters, and dear guest. 5 years back, I met a woman named Priya in a Toastmasters club. She was not thinking about long term plans, goals, aspirations, promotions. The only thing she was thinking is surviving. Her husband was suffering from a terminal illness and he was bedridden for last 2 years. She had 2 young children to take care of and her salary barely managed her expenses. Yet she came in the Toastmasters club and asked me, Vineet, are you my mentor? I heard that you are going to be my mentor in the club. I said, yes. What do you want to achieve, Priya? And Priya she looked at me and said, I don't know. I just want to, when I speak, I don't want to, shake my voice. My body starts shaking, something on those lines. I just want to take few next steps. That day I realized, many a times, the only thing we want to do is the next step. Not thinking about the past memories, not planning the future imagination, but just the next step. And she started working on next steps in the club. After some time, she called me and said, and she was very nervous on the call, and she said, Vineet, I'm really nervous. I told to my boss that I started working on public speaking, and what he did, he said, tomorrow's customer presentation you are going to lead. And I was nervous. But I thought, let me check with you. What do I do? What if I mess up completely? I said, so you mess up. What's the big deal in that? But think about it. What if you don't mess up? What if you don't think about so many things that you can do? Just focus on the next step. Prepare well and go there. Something happened to her. Later on, she said it was an aha moment for her. Next day, she took the center stage the moment boss, his manager, introduced her. And she owned the moment. And that sparked something in her. She started becoming very confident in her speeches. She was reducing her shakiness in her voice and everything. But then life had some different plans. Her husband passed away. And she was devastated. She was drowned into the responsibilities that she was into all alone, barely managing her expenses. And she called me, Vineet, I really want to not continue on working my communication skills and all that. I just want to quit these things. And I said, for a moment I thought, let me become a motivational speaker for her. Let me say, Priya, you can rise like a phoenix. You can do something great. You can explore your unlimited potential inside you. But then, thanks God, I held myself. And I said, I understand, Priya, you are going through so many things. But what's your next step? Can you think about your next step? And she said, yeah, what if I started getting a better role? Starting managing my expenses well. And she started focusing back on her job. And recently I heard that she became vice president in her company. And she has completely transformed herself. And she is living a great life, successful life. How many of you are parents here? Recent new parents? Some of you? Okay. I'm a second time parent. Recently I have had one more child. He's 1 year old. And he's still learning to walk. I saw him once. He was on the table trying to somehow wake up. He was pushing himself up, but he fell down. Again he tried to push up, again fell down. He kept on doing for 10, 20 times. 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. And 6th day he was able to climb up. Just think about him. As an adult, what will we think? Man, mama is watching me, papa is watching me, friends are watching me. What if I fell down? Everyone, I will feel so embarrassed. But 1 year child, he is just focused on the next step. And now he started walking recently. Priya's story, my son Suvik's determination, taught me we can't live in past memories and future imaginations. The only thing that we have is present, this moment, and plan for the next step. Think about it. How many of you are still holding yourself to give your first customer presentation? How many of you are holding yourself to do something that scares you? How many of you are holding yourself to do something that you wanted since so long? Many of us. The only reason is we stay either in the past, the fear of something that has happened, or the future imagination that might happen. Think about it. What if we start thinking just about the next step? The next step, understand?